unmet expectation is one of the major causes of problems in a lot of marriage. When couples start discussing and you actually find out from them, you will realize that most or the major reason why they're having issues is because they're feeling like their expectations are not being met. Let's talk about expectation versus reality in marriage, and what are some of the things we can do to make it get better. House chores. Most of the times, the expectation is, hang on, it's going to be equal. We're equal. It's going to be teamwork. We'll share everything 50-50. And suddenly, you realize the reality is that one person is doing the dishes while the other person says, I'll do mine later. Probably because they came late from work or they had to leave early. What is another kind of reality we see? Another reality we notice is finance reality. The expectation is that we will budget everything together. We will save for the future. And then reality is, and you begin asking each other, who ordered Amazon? Who ordered from Shein again? And we start asking each other these questions. Number 6, conflict resolution. The expectation is that we will discuss calmly, nicely, fix each issues. It won't go till the next day, and there will be quick forgiveness. But what happens in reality? We notice that in reality, silence treatment sometimes will go on for some people for days until someone finally says they are sorry because they are tired of keeping grudges. What is another form of expectation? Romance. The expectation is that there will be lots of flowers. We'll give flowers to each other. We'll go for romantic meals. We have romantic time in the house. Surprises, handwritten notes. Reality. Babe, I filled the car with fuel. And he's thinking that he's being romantic because he has filled your tank. What is another thing? Number 4. Expectation. Deep down in your heart, you are expecting that after you get married, there's going to be long night discussions, heart-to-heart conversation daily about yourselves, about just everything. You want to discuss everything with your lover. In reality, did you pay the electricity bill? Yes. And then there is silence. So what is another thing that we do expect and what usually happens? Date night. The expectation, the thought in the heart is we're going to be having fancy dinners, candlelight out, perfect outfits. If you're from the area I am, sometimes matching outfits as we go out. We'll have lots of fun date nights. In reality, what happens? Netflix, in pajamas, leftover pizza. Sometimes you can even have popcorn with it. Again and again. What is another thing that we usually would expect? Expectation is that when we want to sleep together, we will cuddle all night. So romantic. In reality, move your leg. You're taking over the blanket. You're taking over the space on the bed. Or you're snoring too much. What is another expectation? Cooking. Or when we get married, we're going to be cooking together, stay in the kitchen, laugh, dance sometimes in the kitchen while we watch movies and cook together. In reality, why did you put too much salt in the food? Well, you could have cooked it yourself if you felt that strongly. And many more. There are so many expectations as couples that we have in the mind. The woman is having it in the mind. Oh, it's going to be Romeo and Juliet. It's going to be Romeo and Juliet affairs. The man is also thinking, I'm going to have the best home ever. But then in reality, things start changing. Do you know one of the major problems is that these expectations, you have thought about it in your heart. You have not shared it with your spouse. You have not shared with your spouse. So I want to encourage every spouse, every couples today, before you settle for the night. In fact, you can make it a task for later in the weekend when you have the opportunity. Write down, what are my expectations about sleep? Don't take anything for granted. About finances, about cooking, about our date nights, about our children. Write them down. And as you write them down, discuss with your spouse. Are these needs met? Are they being met? Or what can be done to make improvements? And if you're already, and that's if you're already married, if you notice anything, any unmet expectation, deal with it with your spouse. Talk about it and find a way of meeting in a ground where there is peace and harmony in the family. If you're not yet married, this is a great opportunity and privilege for you. You've heard from me today talking about expectations and reality. So why don't you have a chat with your spouse to be before you get married and talk about it? What are my expectations? What are your expectations? Be honest about it. Discuss about it and see how you can make realistic expectations for each other before you get married. Have you had any expectations? Were they met in the marriage? Let's hear in the comment section. Did you make expectation and change your mind later because you thought, "I'm God, this is far from reality"? Let's share your experience with us again in the comment section until I come back to you again. Don't forget to love, like, and share. If you haven't followed me, I would really love you to follow me as well. Have you subscribed? When you subscribe, we will have times when couples, we can gather together and have heart-to-heart talk. As couples, as singles as well, we can have time to discuss many more interesting things that we may not be able to discuss when I'm talking like this. Until I come back to you again, stay blessed and manage your expectation and reality in marriage. God bless.